three separate agreements that Global Britain, Brexit Britain, has signed around the world. I want to bring you all the very latest in this report, guys. But as ever, really appreciate it if you give this a thumbs up, click subscribe and the bell so you don't miss future reports. Now, there's so many of you who've said in the past that there's so much out there that you want to know that simply doesn't get picked up in mainstream media. So I'm going to go through three separate agreements here that the UK has signed. And let me know in the comments if you've heard about these, seen these reported elsewhere at all. They're just three agreements that show you that as an independent country, standing on our own 2 feet, we're more than capable of representing ourselves. We do not need the European Union to do it for us. Now, I know the Remainers, they used to say that we wouldn't get any agreements and we'd be isolated. Now they just whinge and say that every single agreement is the wrong one. They change their tune like the weather. But let me just break this down for you. So 3 agreements we're talking about here. The first one, the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office announcing that last week the UK signed a political, free trade and strategic partnership agreement with Ukraine. Trade between our countries has almost doubled in 4 years to over 1.5 billion last year, an all-time high. This is the UK and Ukraine signing the political, free trade and strategic partnership agreement. Agreement ensuring ambitious cooperation in political, security and foreign matters with Ukraine, while also securing continued preferential trade for businesses and consumers. Prime Minister Boris Johnson himself commenting on this, saying the UK is Ukraine's most fervent supporter, whether it's our defence support, stabilisation efforts, humanitarian assistance or close cooperation on political issues. Our message is clear. We are utterly committed to upholding the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine. The strategic partnership agreement we signed today, he said, signals the next chapter in our relationship. It's a new chapter that will bring increased security and prosperity for both the people of the UK and Ukraine. Trade between the UK and Ukraine was worth 1.5 billion in 2019. Top UK good exports to Ukraine were aircraft, £79 million, medicinal and pharmaceutical products, 61 million, and cars, 52 million quid. The UK imported £177 million worth of cereals and 182 million iron and steel in 2019. Now, commenting on this, International Trade Secretary Liz Truss, you're going to hear a bit more from her later on this, also saying that free trade is an incredibly powerful agent of economic growth, opportunity and human progress. This agreement enables our 2 countries to continue working closely together, both on a political level and in the field of commerce. Thanks to this deal, she said, the aircraft, automotive and pharmaceutical industries can continue to thrive and support jobs in Ukraine and across the UK. International Trade Minister Ranil Jayawardena saying last week Boris Johnson signed our 22nd agreement with Ukraine. I was pleased to sign a 2.5 billion MOU to help boost trade. UK has now agreed deals with over 50 countries, helping businesses across the country access new markets. This was the first comprehensive strategic and trade agreement signed by the UK since the creation of the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. So that's one. Number 2, Shankar Singham highlighting this next one, saying, I doubt this will get much coverage in the UK press, but this is a hugely important agreement to be a signatory to in our own right. And Liz Truss laying it out, the UK has joined the WTO government procurement agreement as an independent party, securing access to public procurement contracts worth 1.3 trillion for business, and marks another significant step for the UK as an independent trading nation. Government secures access for British business to 1.3 trillion of global procurement contracts. The Department for International Trade announced that British businesses will be able to continue bidding for public sector contracts around the world worth over 1.3 trillion a year. At a meeting in Geneva, the Government Procurement Agreement (GPA) Committee confirmed the United Kingdom can join the GPA as an independent nation from the 1st of January 2021. Previously, the UK participated through EU membership. The agreement ensures UK businesses can compete fairly for overseas procurement contracts. This will benefit a range of British businesses from across the UK that work with international governments. Liz Truss also saying on this one, today's agreement announcement will provide British businesses with the certainty they need to continue bidding for 1.3 trillion worth of government procurement contracts overseas, which will ultimately help deliver the growth and jobs we need to recover from the economic challenges of coronavirus. She goes on to say that it is another significant step towards re-establishing Britain as a major force in global trade and a truly independent trading nation. The UK's permanent representative to the WTO, of course the World Trade Organization, Julian Braithwaite, said, "Today's decision is the result of 2 years' negotiations in the WTO." He said that we fought hard to gain independent access to the GPA agreement so that businesses of all sizes and from all corners of the UK can continue to benefit from this important deal. Now I'll give you the hat trick. I'll give you the third one. David Frost, Lord Frost, actually highlighted this, saying that he was delighted that the UK had signed a fisheries agreement with Norway. He said it's a crucial step forward for when we leave the EU's common fisheries policy in 3 months' time. It allows the parties to agree on the exchange of fishing quotas as well as mutual access to each other's areas of fisheries jurisdiction. The agreement will enter into force on the 1st of January 2021. And going ahead and looking at the release there, Norwegian Minister of Fisheries and Seafood, Odd Emil Ingebrigtsen, I hope I got the name right there, said, "This is a great day. I am pleased that we have reached an agreement with the United Kingdom, which will be an important coastal state and partner from January 2021. Also in that release, very interesting line, a couple of sentences I should say. The United Kingdom has been part of the EU's common fisheries policy for nearly 40 years. When the Brexit transition period ends on the 31st of December 2020, the United Kingdom will act as an independent coastal state." And I thought it was worth highlighting these agreements, guys. And let me know, if you have seen these elsewhere. I'd be keen to know if you have seen them reported at all, because it just highlights what is the reality of what is going on. That agreements are possible, that cooperation is possible, and that the UK is signing agreements as we speak. And of course, we had a comprehensive free trade deal agreed with Japan as well. But it's a stark contrast, isn't it? This idea of partnership and cooperation to what the European Union have been asking for, which is that in return for a trade deal, you have to sign up to EU rules and regulations. Oh, and by the way, the horrendous, completely unfair situation on fisheries, that EU policy that the UK voted to leave, they want to continue moving forward. Of course, that rumoured to be one of the major stumbling blocks now to a UK-EU deal. And of course, no deal will always be better than a bad deal. But those are 3 agreements that the UK has recently signed, that have recently been done. And as I said, I thought it'd be important just to highlight that. And let me know again, as I said in the comments, if you have seen this reported elsewhere, what you make of this and what you make of Liz Truss's performance as the International Trade Secretary. And as ever, guys, if you have enjoyed this report, if it's been informative for you, please help me out by clicking that thumbs up button. That really helps me out. And of course, I don't want you missing future reports. Lots going on. So please click subscribe and the bell so you don't miss future videos. And of course, thank you very much, as ever, for watching.